So recently, I found out about this awesome game called Tiny Glade, and after playing the free demo and having a lot of fun with it, I thought that I could use it to get better at drawing landscapes and buildings. It's always difficult for me finding the perfect picture or dynamic angle of a building on Pinterest or Google, so I haven't spent a lot of time practicing drawing houses. And I'm hoping Tiny Glade will fix that issue. Getting straight into the first house, I was thinking that I would go for something a little bit smaller to ease my way into it, as I'm clearly very unexperienced in this area. I'm also very new with Tiny Glade, so I don't have that much experience building houses either, so I'm learning in two areas at the same time. The house turned out okay, it's good enough for now, but like I said before, I'm not going to be doing any dynamic angles to start off because it's way too difficult for where I'm at right now. Figuring out the shot of which to record me drawing was kind of awkward, so sorry about that. Now obviously it doesn't look exactly like the reference, I got some of the angles off, but it's a start, and not a terrible one I'd say. As I was finishing up the drawing, I wanted to outline it with a Sharpie, but I realized that all of my Sharpies were dry, and I used up the last of it, so half of this house has an outline and the rest is just pencil, so. Okay, straight on to house number 2. For this second one, I want it to be a little bit bigger than the last one, and as far as pictures and the angle that I want to use as a reference, I want it to be a little bit more difficult, more dynamic, and that goes hand in hand with how the house is built and the structure of it, and if it's a very difficult structure, it's going to have a more difficult angle to draw from. Now you would think that this reference isn't that difficult, but for whatever reason for me, it was harder than the first one. Something I noticed while I was drawing is that I put in a lot of windows, and I could probably dial that down a bit. So if you compare the reference with my drawing, it looks very bad. My drawing looks awful. But if you look at the drawing by itself, it looks decent, but that's not what I'm going for. I'm trying to get them to look identical to each other. Hopefully this last one will succeed in both areas. I had more fun making this house than I did with the other two because I was limiting myself with what I could do so that it was easier to draw, but with this one I just got to let loose and allow myself to be a little bit more creative with it than I was before. Up to this point, I hadn't done a top-down angle or from a side like this is, so it was a little bit more difficult for me than the other ones. I don't know what it is, I just really like windows, and I didn't realize until I was drawing this again, but I just put a lot of windows on this thing. Even though it was annoying, that top-down angle really helped, and I think I did get a little bit better at least by the end of the video. I'll let you decide. Okay, so here's the final comparison. So yeah, all in all, I'd say this idea was very helpful, and Tiny Glade is a great way to get dynamic pictures of houses that you want, and I'm really glad that I did it. And also, if you do have the money, go support Tiny Glade. It's such a great game, and I know I'm going to be buying the whole version very soon. Let me know if you like this challenge, or if you're going to be doing it in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll catch you next time.